bounce, pass. Pass, kick, pass. Dunk it.
What?
Funk it.
Sure.
Serve it. Here. Work it. Jocular. We're about to get jocular.
Hello.
Hello. Welcome to Jocular.
Wow.
I'm Tian Tran. My pronouns are she, her.
I'm ER Fight Master. My pronouns are they, them.
I'm Katie Kershaw, and my pronouns are she, her.
Welcome to the show.
Yeah, and possibly happy International Women's Day.
Is that what
Is
it's
that
going?
what's
Is that what
when
we're
this
doing?
comes
March 8th is International Women's Day.
Wow.
Yeah, I think they knew what they were doing. I do think they knew what they were doing.
Is this when we should tell the audience what this podcast is going to be?
No, I think they should just wait and figure it out.
Yeah.
If they
Yes.
haven't by now, hang up the phone.
If you don't know what we're doing by now, guess what, motherfucker? Stay in the dark.
3 professional athletes? What do you think we're going to talk about?
This is Jocular. This is a podcast about 3 professional athletes navigating their way through heterosexuality.
Exactly.
Questions about pregnancy and cishet womanhood
and marriage.
Marriage. Ooh.
Oh,
Okay.
okay. The show seriously is about 3 queer best friends talking everything women's sports.
Yes, and we just want to say ahead of time that when we say women's sports, we're really talking it inclusively. Like I know that it can be very binary to call it men's sports and women's sports, but we're going to use women's sports as the umbrella term to uplift and focus on women and queer people and all the people that aren't getting attention from dominant sports culture, which is largely focused on men.
Hell yes.
That's right.
Yeah.
It's going to be super fun.
Yeah, I mean, we'll discuss everything from basketball, soccer, power slapping.
I love power slapping.
I mean, who would you, if you could be power slapped by one person right now,
Sexually, non-sexually.
living or dead,
I don't think
you
that
can go back in time if you want to.
There's not a non-sexual way to do it.
Okay, Cherry Jones.
Whoa.
Cherry Jones?
Number 1.
That's a good
Sarah,
pick for you.
Sarah Paulson's ex?
Yeah.
Okay.
Damn.
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 She's number 1 forever and always.
Wow.
Rachel Weisz.
Oh.
Obviously.
Okay, yeah.
that's-
I
and I think-
particularly at the favorite energy.
Okay.
Well,
I want her to look at me like I was a poorly behaved, in this instance, queen,
Yes.
and I'd want discipline. I'd want order.
Yeah.
And I'm if we ever end up working together, first of all, what an honor. And second of all, I'm just kidding. I was just making a joke.
Oh, I really like that one.
Yeah, thank you. What's yours?
Mine is right off the top immediately Michelle Yeoh.
Oh, wow.
yeah.
Because
An
I feel like
obvious
she'd
one.
slap me
Obvious.
and slap me proper. Like
It would
Yeah.
be proper.
it would be such a proper, well executed,
Yeah.
highly technical slap in my face. Oh God, it would be amazing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a really, really,
That's a
really
Similarly,
really good
in a
one.
disciplined way.
yeah.
Similarly, in like
Similarly.
similarly in a disciplined way.
Yeah.
Like I would want her to slap me as the mom from Crazy Rich Asians,
Obviously.
because it looked like she wanted to slap, but she didn't get a chance to.
Damn,
Uh-huh.
she was so. I mean, she's just every
Stunning.
thing I see her in.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Yeah.
I've been bad.
Yeah.
Exactly.
you
Yeah.
know?
That's how I feel too.
Yeah. This episode
Yes.
of Jocular is a getting to know us episode where we are going to tell you a little bit about our background in sports and why we deserve to be really your experts on the topic.
Yeah.
Here's my question.
Okay.
If power slapping was a team at your high school, would you have joined?
Yes. 100%.
I know that was
100%.
Okay. I'm gonna have to say no.
Oh, I know
I-
myself
I-
very well.
I know myself very well. I would not have joined the power slapping team.
Well, if it interfered with play practice, then I couldn't. But if I had the time, probably.
Damn
Tell
it.
us a little bit more about your play practice.
Play practice?
Yeah.
Well,
like where you did. Okay. Did you play sports in high school?
I didn't play sports in high school. I did marching band.
That's a sport.
To some.
TN.
Sorry, I just wanted to like
Come on,
pump
bro.
each other.
No,
I wanted to be more.
come
I
on,
wanted to pump
brother.
each other.
No, I
Trying to
played
be positive.
basketball
Come on.
growing up. Played basketball growing up. Was really, really bad, but I loved the game. But it got to the point where like my sister was a basketball star. My uncle is fucking 5 feet. My uncle is 7 feet tall. My papa was a great basketball player, and at one point, my mom just looked at me and was like, "It just skipped us,"
Oh,
and it did. It did. But also, famously, playing basketball when I was little, the coach tried to put me in, and I told him, "I can't. I'm having a conversation." So, kind of should have cut it there.
Wow. And look at you now, still having a conversation.
Still having a conversation
about sports.
About sports.
I love that so
Yeah.
much.
Yeah, so I was worried about play practice, but I was watching basketball, going to UK women's games any chance I could.
Oh hell yeah.
Yeah. Now your sport was
Soccer. I was.
You look like a soccer player. You little
Do
fuck.
I? That's
Yeah.
what I. Oh God, that really means a lot to me that you said that.
I feel like soccer players were all like it's a cool, even like back before soccer was like gaining the momentum it has now. It was always like a cool girl thing to do.
Oh, it felt very
I mean,
international, very cool.
It did feel cool. It was fun. I played, not to brag, varsity all 4 years.
Damn.
Yes.
When did you start? How old were you?
I started playing when I was like 4.
Wow.
With like my classmates in kindergarten, and then I begged my parents to sign me up for soccer, and I've played ever since. And I wish I could still play, but I'm like in my 30s. I feel like I need to warm up too much, and I'm worried about an injury.
Cleats, though.
I do have cleats.
Yeah.
I frequently buy new cleats, even though I don't use them that often. But yeah, I was a soccer girly,
Mhm.
and I don't know if you have experienced this on sports teams, but like the what's the word? The trash talking of choice was for us to be calling other players lesbians and dykes.
Yeah, of course.
And I just remember I remember a rival team calling us dykes, and I think at the time I was not out, far from being out, and I remember just being like, they know something.
What did I do
What did I
for them
do?
to know?
But now I'm like, if someone was like, you dyke, I'd be like, hell yeah.
Yeah.
How do you know my birth name?
How do you know my government name? Dyke Tram.
Dyke Fightmaster.
At Lesbian Kershaw.
Oh,
It's a little
nice.
different. Dyke's the
Congrats.
middle name.
Beautiful.
Lesbian Dyke Kershaw.
Lesbian Dyke Kershaw.
And ER, what did you play?
Yeah.
I played basketball. I was also 4 years varsity, but I was not great. Like I was 4 years varsity because I was also, when my coach was like punishing me, he would send me down to JV.
Oh my
Like
God.
he would bounce me back and forth, but I was varsity, so I was playing 2 games a night was how it was working. Because he just hated my guts. And that's was my big takeaway from basketball was just that all male coaches for some reason wanted me dead.
Also, okay, how old was your coach, do you think? Because my coach was like a 30-year-old guy, and looking back, I'm like, why was he my coach?
Yeah, why was
this man my coach?
My coach's name was and he was like in his 40s and he had a legitimate Hitler mustache.
Stop it.
Stop.
No,
Why?
he had
choice?
He had like a full Richard Spencer haircut, full Hitler mustache. Like it
Taken
was
from the hits. Those are all the hits.
undeniable. The
Wow.
Hitler
Hit.
hits. I mean, straight up. And
Did he have burns on other side? Could
It
it not
stopped-
grow everywhere?
No, it just stopped. It just stopped here. It was very obvious that he shaved it in a very specific way.
Wow.
And it wasn't that thin, but it was on either side. And he really just hate. It was funny because I think that because I was a funny kid, he just unloaded a lot of anger in my direction. And so
No.
even when I look back on basketball, as much fun as I had, I'm always like, yeah, I guess I sucked. But I was playing. I was on varsity
you were
all 4
you were on
years. You know what I mean?
varsity.
It was just that
Yeah.
every once in a while he'd try to humiliate me by sending me down to JV, and I'd be like, well, I'm fine here too. You know what I mean? It was just like one of those situations.
These coaches.
But I went and I got picked up by the volleyball team because they were like down a middle. And that was sophomore year. And the volleyball coach like took me out to the tennis courts and was like, let me just show you the rules. And you come to a practice, you see if you like it. And I did.
It's
Yeah.
fun.
And I had a woman coach. And I had the best time. And I like led my league in blocks every year. You know what I mean? It was just like such a difference having any support at all.
Yes.
Yeah.
Even though I'd never played before.
It's the best.
It's the best.
Yeah, like my high school coach was a guy, but my club coach for soccer was a woman, and she was such a badass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just like the coolest, like such a brilliant woman. I think it takes a lot to kind of like corral a bunch of young teens
Mhm.
and like make them all feel empowered to play a sport and like empowered to. I think I like that woman taught me that woman probably taught me about like not being jealous of other teammates. Like I feel
Yeah.
like that's such a valuable lesson that you learn
Yeah.
playing on like a sports team is that like you're here all together. Some choices are like made for the best of the team and like sometimes that's not your day. So you got to learn
Mhm.
and it's someone isn't against you.
I feel like good coaches are touched by God, and then the rest of them, somebody hurt them, and they decided to kind of come back
Yes.
and take it out.
Well, and the negative ones, they do tell you, like, you know, they'll before, you know, it would be like, you know why Sarah's going in? Because Sarah can shoot a goddamn foul shot. You're like, you're like,
I don't need the justification. Sarah was nice to me on my birthday.
100%.
Sarah acknowledged my divorce.
It's like, hey, you know,
Okay.
I want Sarah to go
I
in.
want Sarah.
Don't-
Sarah needs to
Yeah,
score.
go in.
Go in, Sarah.
Go ahead. The game's over. Sarah's been in.
Sarah's been in. We're fine. But he also wouldn't let me ride shotgun because he hated me so much. One time
Who is this man?
Also, why were you in a position to ride shotgun with your
Yeah.
coach?
I didn't want to, but we took vans to every game, and
Oh,
there
okay.
was like he thought I was getting into shotgun, and he was like, "No, that's Sarah's seat."
Sarah's in the back, like, I don't know.
Sarah straight up was in the back, like, "I don't want to sit there."
Sarah.
Like it was like,
Sarah, sit in the wife's seat now.
Sarah's now a therapist.
Sarah.
She's doing great.
I went on to coach. I coached volleyball.
Yeah.
And I coached 12-year-olds, which was fun. And then I coached 17-year-olds, which is fun. And first of all, I just had like the best time. Coaching girls is so much fun. It's so easy
fun.
to be nice to them.
Mhm.
And I got fired from coaching the 17-year-olds because I let all of them play.
What?
Oh, instead of picking the best players?
Well, and in volleyball, it's like usually like a 3-game setup. So I would put my like best, player
Yeah.
in the position so that they'd have 2 games. But in that second game, I'm like, I'm not gonna, sit a 17-year-old girl so that she
I
can't get better.
see.
Because over the course of a season,
Right.
then you're fucked. And
Yeah,
the
yeah,
parents
yeah.
were like,
Yeah.
the bad girls deserve to be punished.
No.
All right, well,
I'm just going to take
Okay.
off.
yeah, I'll head out.
Yeah. See you later, Ohio.
I coached 10-year-olds and 14-year-olds soccer. And they were fun.
Cuties.
Really
yeah,
cute.
adorable.
Really fun. They also it's like the one time that you're like, anything I do, they're going to think is cool. It was
Yeah.
like
How old were you?
I was 18, 19.
So anything you
Came
did
in-
was
Oh my
cool.
God.
Anything
So
it was so
cool.
fun. I
Yeah.
wore a visor in that time. Okay?
Oh,
I
Like,
wore
for fun?
For my life, I wore
fashion.
a visor for fashion.
Hey, Haley, can we edit this part out?
No. Please keep this in, Haley. I wore a hat where your head is still
Exposed.
exposed.
Not you explaining visors.
literally
you know why,
just
you know
explaining
why
visor
you're
to you.
explaining visors? Because no one knows what the fuck
Yeah,
they are
but
anymore.
let me tell you what a visor is. A visor just keeps the sun out of your eyes, but not the sun off your head.
But was it branded?
Yes, it
did
was the
you wear-
UNC Tar Heels.
Why?
Because the UNC women's soccer team is like legendary in college soccer. And for a second, I thought that I would maybe get to play, but definitely was not good enough. But I wore the hat and
You wore the visor.
sorry.
I mean, my
Yeah.
God, we did not just go through all of that.
I wore the hat. What the fuck are you
What
talking
fucking
about?
hat?
I
did you wear?
apologize for trying to gaslight you both into thinking that I wore a hat.
Hi,
it
that's
was
huge
a
to apologize.
visor.
Thank you.
Thank you. Accepted.
It was a visor, and you
On
know
the count
what?
of 3, 1, 2, 3, accepted.
Thank you. I'm gonna get you all visors, and you're gonna love it.
I'm gonna move on from this
Okay.
because it's been so hurtful and honestly kind of harmful to the community. What do you have a moment that you remember being like, oh, I gay, like that's a sports related oh I gay
mhm,
moment?
Katie.
Well, to bring it back to Cherry Jones, her Tony acceptance speech. But besides that,
Jesus Christ. Jesus. Oh my
there
God.
was something about the 1996 gymnastics team.
Yes.
Dominique Mucciano. I mean, those thighs were just
Mhm.
like something I had never kind of seen before.
Mhm.
Kill me, right?
Yeah, absolutely crushed my
Yes.
head,
Mhm.
Yes.
twisted off of my body.
Yeah.
Oh, give me a
Um,
light squeeze around my middle.
Yeah, I think that was like I was just like a little too much, little too into them.
They were because they were like unbelievable.
The athleticism was insane. They were so cute.
They were so cute.
Tinies.
That's Carrie
Tinies.
Strug, right? That's like Carrie Strug,
Yeah,
Dominique
yeah.
Dawes.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Oh,
All
that's
the
a good
hits.
one. That is a good one.
Thank you. How about you?
Mine was, I feel it's a little cliche, but it really was mine. The 1999 Women's World Cup, Brandy Chastain.
Oh my God, a
Yes,
classic.
Final, scoring the winning penalty kick and ripping off her shirt, dropping down to her knees in that black sports bra, and then all of her friends, all of her best friends.
All of her best friends.
Yeah, go on.
Okay, all of her best
Go
friends.
on, go on.
And teammates running after her, and they're all jumping,
Running after her.
running
you're
after her,
Gay.
running.
All of her good pals.
Just,
Running.
I was just like, what is this feeling that I'm feeling?
Yeah.
Gay. Gay. I had that poster up on my wall. I woke up to it every morning. Fight yours.
Well, I remember seeing spandex, like
Oh,
underneath
okay.
of basketball
Oh
shorts.
my God, yes.
And it was such like a revolution in my brain was seeing the spandex and just like here's the basketball shorts over like your like strong athletic legs, and then you like lift up your shorts, you pull them up and you get like in a defensive position, so you're like legs are a little split and you're like I'm a tough little guy. And you get down to the defensive and you pull your little shorts up and there's your little spandex. And I remember like not being able to put words to it, but being like, oh, oh boy. Oh boy. and then, you know, in that very gay way, like then like insisting on like having my parents buy me spandex. But like when I put them on, I was like, loser. But when I saw them on girls, I was like, whoa, like what a cool piece of equipment. Like,
Oh, I loved spandex.
I
I
did
love the way it
too.
looked. Love the way it felt.
Yes, I still do to this day.
Yeah. You know, you all discussed coaches earlier, but did you ever have like a coach crush?
Oh my
Or was
God,
it more
yes.
mentor? Okay.
No, I had a coach crush.
tell me everything.
Raven.
Names.
Yes.
Full. I mean,
Oh, wow.
Like, think of that. Okay, first of all, I feel like that's a very crushable name.
Sure.
I mean, that's so Raven.
It's
Like, yeah,
so
all I
Raven.
could
That's all you can think. Oh, I can.
that's so Raven.
Okay, now I'm
That's the
seeing it
future I
now.
can see.
Okay, for me, Raven was the soccer camp counselor.
Ooh.
Oh fuck.
So it was like a short term thing, which makes it so you knew that I was only there for a week.
yeah.
And she was my coach for a week, and she was on the like UNC Tar Heels. Like she was on
Visor.
the
Yo.
college team. She was on my visor. I made a visor of her,
Mm-hmm.
and I didn't. Okay, just you guys you're both looking at me so seriously. I did not make a visor of my coach
Of Raven.
of Raven, but
Kaylee,
no,
you know what to do.
I've never played better soccer.
Oh.
Oh my
There,
gosh.
there I said it. I've never played better soccer. I'm just in front of my crush Raven.
So I took gymnastics for a shockingly long time. Can't do shit now because it was like kind of like my social hour. Like as soon as I would get to the front of the line for my turn, I would say I needed to go to the bathroom, and then I would come back and I would gossip. Okay, I thought that was kind of like fun.
No, that's
No,
so
it's so cute.
Thank you.
It's so cute.
I'm adorable, honestly. So, but I kind of loved my coach. There was something about her, and she wore a ponytail that was straight up. It felt like it came onto her forehead. Like it was so high, it came back down.
Yeah, that's not a ponytail; it's a unicorn.
Yeah. And so one time I was like, I gotta go to the bathroom, and she was like, no, you don't. You're gonna do a cartwheel and a back handspring right now. And I was so scared, and she was so good at what she did, and knew what I needed to hear. She was just like, Katie, you are so beautiful. You're just really, really beautiful. Only time in my life I've done a cartwheel and a back handspring. Did
Wow.
it immediately. Flawless.
Katie.
Never did it again.
Hey, congrats.
Katie,
Thank you.
you're so beautiful.
For those of you at home, Katie did just do.
Katie did it.
It was perfect.
It was beautiful.
Wow. I actually can't have the exact same setup. I went to
Really?
one of those college camps and felt like head over heels for one of the players, a libero.
Love the
God,
name.
dude, I mean, it, just the big ass thighs on those college liberos.
Yes.
It's crazy. But we had like an entire kind of like odd romance. Like,
Really?
it
Really?
Was, it
What
was
happened?
odd. Like she was dating this really. I have a type. She was dating this really bad guy.
Oh no.
And she just started like bringing me everywhere, and she would be like telling me stuff that he did, and I'd be like, yeah, that's fucked up. Like, you deserve better. And we would just sit in the car for long periods of time
Oh my god.
Wow.
and like silence. And then she'd be like, well, I guess I should take you home. But I was like, 17, and she was like 19. So it's not like
Yeah,
incredibly disturbing, but still like, probably not appropriate.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And,
no,
like,
definitely not. but-
Nothing ever happened, but it was just like my.
I bet it was
like,
very formative.
It was very like, I will save you.
Oh,
my
is that where it
God.
started?
No, because I was already in love with my point guard,
Okay, yeah.
and we
Okay.
we dated for years and ended up living in college together. Like,
Wait, did you have a high school?
yeah,
I'm so jealous.
we started dating I think when I was 14,
Wow.
Oh my
and
gosh.
did not break up until I was 19. We lived together for 2 years.
Oh my
Yeah,
gosh.
Yeah, like in depth.
Yeah, in high school, I was like, I guess I'm not attracted to anyone. I guess I'm asexual or something. Don't know. Like, fully,
Oh,
like, didn't even think about it.
My,
Well, thought about it a lot. Didn't even dare act on it.
Yeah.
yeah, that guy.
Yeah.
That mine was a different experience.
Well, were you doing? You were
I was,
doing.
I was like, I guess I'll give out these handies and blowies until I meet the man of my dreams.
Yeah.
Oh, you gave out too many.
I gave out too many.
Yeah,
You gave out
well,
way
and
too
that's
many.
what the Bible says. If
You
you give
gotta
out
get-
too many handies,
Gay.
you're homosexual.
You're homosexual.
Gay.
That's what
Gay.
happened to me.
And you legally changed your name to
To
Dyke
Dyke
Tran.
Tran.
No. I thought you were born Dyke Tran.
I was born Dyke.
Born Dyke Tran.
Han Dyke Tran.
Dyke. That's so fucking cool.
What would you do for a Han Dyke? I don't know.
Ah.
What would you do
Do for a Han Dyke. For listeners,
Sorry.
my full name is Han Tien. So it
Like a hot, cool name.
like a
It's not actually Dyke, but-
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
not actually Dyke, but Han is
Yeah,
part
Just
of
in
my.
case you're like freaking out.
Yeah.
Like, none of our names are actually Dyke. we obviously wish they were.
We
but
wish
they're
they
not.
were.
Jocular.
We'll talk later.
All right. Now we're going to play Which Dating App Is This March Madness Mascot On? We're going to look at pictures of mascots from various teams that we're going to see in the March Madness tournament. We're going to decide what dating app they're on. Are they on Hinge? Are they on Grindr? Are they a little freaky? And they're on Field.
And for those of you who don't know what a mascot is the fittest guy on your campus inside of an animal costume.
Okay, first one we have up is
Oh, Iowa Hawkeyes.
Herky
the Hawk. This
Ooh.
is this
Okay, so Herky-
mascot's dark.
yeah,
you guys.
Herky is
The energy's bad.
I
black,
will
black
say-
feathers all over and
Yellow-
a yellow face and a
Anger in the face.
permanent angry face.
I would say this angry bird has been kicked off of every
Mm.
dating app.
100%.
Eugene Levy. It's kind of if Eugene Levy was like
Evil.
psychotic.
Yeah, you can see every single one of this hawk's straight human teeth.
Yeah.
I feel like I've had friends date a herky. You know?
Yes.
Herky hits.
Herky
women.
Herky is
Herky is
hates
homophobic.
women and is the one that like gets into DMs is like, actually, you'd look prettier. Like that's how Herky would
Or what are you up to, girl? And then she doesn't respond in 15 minutes, and
Fuck
he's like,
you.
"Fuck you, bitch."
But you've never read Kerouac.
yeah,
that's kinda the
his
Herky
favorite
vibe.
book's on the road.
Okay, Yukon Huskies.
Jonathan!
the Husky. Now, here's what I like about Jonathan. Jonathan is
Hot.
wearing
Hot.
wearing a full uniform.
And is that
Jonathan-
cowboy boots?
Yeah.
Jonathan is ready to play
To me,
the sport.
Jonathan's on Raya.
Jonathan's on Raya. Oh my God.
Jonathan's
yeah.
on Raya.
Wow,
Jonathan's on
I
Raya.
almost think Jonathan could be on Bumble because I think he's so confident that he's like, I'll let the women pick.
Yeah.
But I also think he's bi because he's so hot, and I don't think straight men are capable of the grooming that Jonathan has accomplished.
You're
Um,
absolutely right.
And I think, too, he won't bring it up, but he's open to being poly.
Is
think
this
so.
a field guy?
I think maybe
It's a
field
field-
guy. Maybe a field guy.
Jonathan
Field.
the Husky's
Jonathan's on field.
Yeah. He's looking around.
Jonathan is just looking to be a third.
Uh-huh.
Kind of like an all-star player, like a kind of like a
Yeah.
guest star drop-in. Jonathan's kind of like, I'm here for my just to have a little fun with a couple and gonna
You
make
all
miss
are
me.
going to be talking about me
You're
for the
gonna be
rest
talking about-
of your lives.
Exactly.
He can for sure ski.
Yeah.
Next.
Ohio State. Brutus
Buckeye.
Raya.
Tinder.
Christian Mingle.
Whoa! We
TM
are
comes through.
all
We're all
different on
different.
Brutus.
Okay, tell me why.
Okay, why I say Raya. To me, and maybe it's because of where I grew up, Brutus is a fucking icon.
That's true.
This man has it. He is dressed head to toe, has a hat, human hands. But guess what? The mascot itself, not an animal. What is it even? A Buckeye is.
Well, I mean, it's not technically. I think it's like not technically a nut, but it is like.
It is
onion.
Right,
a
right,
nut.
right.
It is a nut.
It's a nut. It's a nut. But I just think there's something about him that's so iconic, and that could be my childhood coming into play.
Okay.
But to me, it's Raya. To me, it's elite. To me, it's, oh, you just went out with John Mayer? Ugh, I hate to hear that. I match with him too.
You think he's gay?
You think he's gay?
Are you kidding me?
Okay. So
No,
I
I don't think he's
no,
gay.
no. Brutus the Nut to me is so incredibly straight. Like a mascot of a public school has gotten so blacked out at so many frat
Yes.
parties
Yeah.
that he's had to be like, look himself in the mirror and be like, I gotta find God. And so I gotta find God and I gotta find a wife. I'm on Christian Mingle.
Okay, I buy it.
You
I
know?
buy it.
I think because he's so famous, he's gonna go low hanging fruit. I think he's on Tinder, and his bio says just looking for head. That's straight up. That's what I think.
Actually, yeah.
yeah, you're right.
Even the
yeah.
picture.
I think each picture we've painted of Brutus, he's lived
He's
that
lived
life
that
at
life.
some point.
Yeah.
Just looking to bust my nut.
Yo.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Next. Whoa!
Stanford tree mascot.
Now
Not even a name?
Not even a name. Not even a name. I couldn't find one.
Let me tell you what I would let this tree do to me.
Well, let's tell people what the tree looks like.
It looked like a tree.
This tree, I
Like a
think,
Christmas tree.
it's kind of a Christmas tree, very like almost like felt leaves.
Yes.
Massive felt leaves.
Very angry.
Yeah, maybe those are legs attached.
You can very clearly see the mascot human underneath of the
Yes.
leaves. Like it looks like someone made this in a rush. Like they were like, "Oh fuck, Stanford! What?
Fuck,
Stanford
fuck.
Is a tree, tree,
Yeah.
tree."
Tree.
Jen, put some trees on a stick. There's a
I
game to play.
got extra eyes and a pipe cleaner. Let's make the eyebrows. Oh, wrong.
Next.
Oh, Oregon State Benny, the Beaver.
Beaver.
This boy has a STD.
Yeah.
Yeah.
that he
being
got
said-
on
That he got.
christianmingle.com.
Ooh,
Ooh,
interesting.
Yeah, I think
Okay.
I see that. I
Okay,
see that.
so Benny the Beaver, like, this is going to sound silly because he is a beaver, but his arms are excessively hairy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But
Nothing wrong with it.
he is dressed fully to play the sport, which you know I love.
He might be on the team.
Yeah.
But his head itself, his face is just giving a little Cotton Eye Joe.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
giving a little, have you been to a small town?
Yeah.
It's a
It's
little
giving-
goofy.
Giving a little try that in a small town.
Try that in a small town.
Try
that's
that
it.
in a small town.
It's giving a little bit of that, which is where the Christian mingle is coming into play.
I see that. Yeah, Benny the Beaver, Christian Mingle, maybe a little MAGA.
But it hurts when he pees.
Oh,
It definitely hurts when he pees.
I'm coming back. I'm still getting that Tinder energy from this guy. I think that, or he's
I
on
think-
field because he's like, I want to. He says this to his friends. I just want to see what the freaks are up to. But he's really on there because he's like maybe bi.
Yeah.
But he hasn't like admitted it to himself or his family yet.
I
That's
think okay, maybe
gorgeous.
for me, maybe Benny the Beaver's still on OkCupid, and he's just like, I'm really trying to make it work.
What's the deal with
I'm really trying.
OkCupid?
I'm really trying to make it come back.
I don't know, but
I
all
believe
I
in
know,
it.
You think he's that sweet?
He's
'Cause
so
I
sweet.
think he's
He's sweet.
assaulted before.
I
sweet.
support her.
no, Katie. Katie. I draw the line. That
No,
last-
Benny the Beaver's full name is Bennifer.
Uh-huh.
Okay, and she
I can't for her. I can't for her.
she
I will stand with her, but not for her.
She is trying to reboot Lilith Fair. Okay.
Uh-huh.
It's just not true.
And
Sorry, it's just not
and
true.
she's trying.
I'm all for women's
to get
sports.
the
This is not women in
festival.
sports. This is not right.
Next.
Next. For we gaslight our audience.
Yes!
There she is.
I love her.
There's
I
my
love
wife.
her.
Finally.
There's my wife.
This is Virginia Tech, the Hokey Bird. She's in
a full split.
splits right now, y'all. She looks like the
Her tongue's
Thanksgiving
out?
Day parade on crack.
No, it's that little like
it's that little
gobbly
goblet.
thing.
It's out
Hokey Bird, Polly.
at 100%.
Because there's too much goddamn love in her heart to go around.
That's right.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Why limit yourself?
Yeah. Look at her arms wide open. With
arms wide open.
open.
Hokey Bird is
Hundred.
ready to play, wants to play.
Yes.
Yeah.
Is all about consent.
Yes.
I bet her lovers suck those under feathers.
I think so too.
Yeah. Ooh, look
Let me
at
tell
them
you what I'd be
dangling
doing.
there. Oh, by far my favorite mascot. By far the
Yeah, the
most
best.
open, welcoming.
I mean, literally open. Like
Literally
spread.
open.
spread.
Spread eagle,
Honestly, seems
spread
the most
Hokey Bird.
supportive too.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
has the biggest heart, can take care of so many different people.
and a kind face.
Isn't
A
wearing the
beautiful
jersey
space.
because this isn't about her. She's
No,
not
no,
about.
no.
She's not trying to play the game. She's
No.
trying to support those boys.
Thank you.
Y'all, that was so fun.
This has been so fun. I have to say, what we kind of started the process of this podcast in 2020.
Yeah.
We
Yeah,
were
we
like
did.
sitting around, isolated in our homes, and we started sending each other sports memes.
Mhm.
And you guys became like quickly felt really close to both of you over
Yeah.
that process. It was kind of a random little amalgamation, and here we are. And I'm just so happy we're finally here talking about women's sports.
I know.
Yeah.
I'm so excited. And I feel like we should just like kind of talk about also like what are you most excited about in this upcoming 2024 women's sports season?
I'm so excited for March Madness. I'm a basketball gal. That's the sport I care about. But for this year, I'm excited to fucking learn more. And I've been
Yes.
getting into soccer. And also, we've got Paris Olympics coming up if we're going. Not us physically going, like, just like, what are the Olympics? Anyway, I'm excited for all of the athletes and all of the women competing.
Yes.
love it.
Tian, what are you
Agreed.
excited for?
I'm excited for the Olympics. Oh, so excited for March Madness and also excited for this. Like, I feel like this next NWSL and WNBA season is
Yeah.
going to be huge. I feel like there
Me
was
too.
so much momentum from like, I mean, it just keeps growing and growing and to like get to watch it and get to like be a fan. I cannot wait.
I feel really excited because I think that women's sports is about to. It already is.
Yes.
There's a lot
Yeah.
of business behind the scenes right now
Yeah.
where
Yeah.
you're seeing a lot of really kind of like celebrities enter the game, like
Yes.
in when it comes to buying teams and
Mhm.
supporting teams. And I think, you know, we've all talked about that being kind of a final piece in other parts of culture, embracing women's sports as important in a cultural way.
Yeah.
And seeing women's sports become part of like the arts and culture zeitgeist is
Yeah.
really exciting to
It's
me.
so cool.
And so getting to just track those trends, you know, I feel like 2024 specifically is going to be the biggest year ever for women's sports.
I think so too.
Agreed.
Okay, well, we're so excited. I hope you all join us in our journey talking about women's sports.
Woo!
I'm Tian Tran, and you can follow me at Hank Tina.
I'm Katie Kershaw, and you can follow me at This is Katie Kershaw.
I'm ER Fight Master, and you can follow me at Genderless Gabad for now. For now.
What?
For now. For now.
Thanks for listening.
Thank you.
We love you.
See you next week.
Wait, can we make it a song? A goodbye song?
Yeah, we obviously can, I
Okay.
think.
Why do you all do this to me?
Goodbye, friends. Goodbye, friends. Goodbye, sports. Goodbye, podcast. Goodbye, friends. Goodbye. Goodbye, friends. Go on, get it. Goodbye, sports. You love them. Goodbye, jocular. Come on. Jocular.
That's right. Wow.
I think we nailed that. Jocular is a production of Hyperobject Industries with Meadowlark Media and was produced by Zaylee Mahone and Haley Fager. Original music and theme are by Nick Gage and ER Fightmaster. Dan Gallucci is our engineer, and our executive producers are Harry Nelson, Claire Slaughter, Dan Lebitard, and Adam McKay.
Jocular.